will be walking backwards. We do not have very far to go, so I most likely will not trip and fall. However, if I am about ready to run into someone or something, which can on occasion happen, please just let me know. Just scream "shark!" and then I know that I am about ready to trip and fall, and I will hopefully not do that because I'm the only one who knows exactly where we are going. So you kind of need me, so don't let me fall. Sound good? Yep. Okay, well, we are going to see our killer whales, as you guys all know. We have 10 killer whales here. We have 5 males and 5 females, and they range in age from 3 years old up to about 54 years old. So quite a wide range of whales. I do not know who we will be meeting today. It changes. I see different whales every time I give the tour, so we will all be surprised once we get over there. Now, our biggest whale here at SeaWorld San Diego is a male, and he is 20 feet long and weighs about 10,000 pounds. His name is Ulysses. He is our oldest male as well. He's in his 40s, so pretty old for a killer whale. They estimate that their life expectancy is actually only about 30 to 35 years. And a little more than that for females. Females do tend to live a little bit longer. So a lot of our whales are getting to that age or are older than that age. We have some in their 20s, a few in their teens, and we have 2 young ones, the 3-year-old, and we also have a 5-year-old. So 2 younger whales as well. They're very playful if you get the chance to see them. They love little kids especially. So killer whales are actually the largest member of the Delphinidae family. So if they are in the Delphinidae family, can you guys guess what type of animal they are? That is right. They are the largest species of dolphin. So I know their name says killer whale, and they are technically whales, but they are a whale that is considered a dolphin. So all dolphins are whales, just not all whales are dolphins. Actually, all of our pilot whales, if you saw the dolphin show, they are also whales. They're dolphins as well. Killer whales, but then if you go see the beluga whales, even though they look like the size of a dolphin, they are not dolphins. They are not a whale that is also a dolphin. So one way that you can tell is by actually looking at their teeth. So dolphins are going to have cone-shaped interlocking teeth. Other toothed whales, they'll still have teeth, but they're going to look different. So for our beluga whales, you saw our beluga whales earlier. Did you see their teeth? What shape were they? Yeah, they're kind of ovalish. They're a little round. They're kind of peg-like. So they're not pointy, they're not cone-shaped. So you can tell that a beluga whale is not a dolphin. We actually have 5 pools here at SeaWorld San Diego. So this pool here, you're actually able to go down these steps, and after the tour, I'll drop you off here. So if you'd like to go down and maybe see some of the other whales, you can. But you also get a view a little bit right here. You can see back in the back, we have 2 holding pools. A medical pool, a small medical pool. It actually has a false bottom that can come up. So if we need to do any sort of medical procedures, we can do them right here, because as you might imagine, moving a almost 10,000 pound animal is pretty difficult. So we don't do that if we don't have to. And then we have, of course, the orca encounter pool, which is where we're actually heading over to right now. Killer whales are actually a female-dominated society, so it's matriarchal, so there's a dominant female instead of a dominant male. So right now, in our pod of 10 whales, they can all be together. Our most dominant, we would say, is probably Kalia. However, it depends kind of on who's there. If Kalia's not there, it's not like the other females aren't going to step up and be dominant. They will. Shuka is also incredibly dominant. Just kind of depends. We're just kind of in a transitory period right now. If you guys want to come on in, wait for me right here, because our dominant female recently passed. Thank you. They will do something called raking. So you might see it when we go in. You might notice some marks down the sides of the whales. And what they're doing is they're just using their teeth. It's just another form of communication. They don't have hands. They can't, you know, grab someone and stop them from doing something. So that's how they're going to assert their dominance. They'll usually do it through those, through the raking. You can see a killer whale there in the pool. I'd tell you who it was, but I can't see a dorsal fin, so I can't exactly tell. I'm very sorry. Oh man, and now I have a wall. Don't worry, we're going to see more whales. One cool thing about killer whales is there are actually 10 different ecotypes of killer whale. So they're not necessarily a different species, they're not genetically different enough, but they will be slightly different. They'll have different colorations, slightly different sizes, they eat different things. So some might spend a lot of time at the surface, some others might, you know, hunt for things deeper in the water like squid. So it really depends on the location that you find them. So you'll have 10 different types. The ones here, we have a few. We have one from like the North Atlantic and one from the North Pacific, but most of them were actually born here or born at one of the other SeaWorlds. So they're kind of just a mixed type. Ours are our biggest one at any of the parks. They only get about 20 feet. There are killer whales that can get up to about 30 feet. So you do see some bigger than that, but you see some smaller as well. We have some that are only about 17 feet, which doesn't sound very small, but it's pretty small for a killer whale. So it's just kind of a mix here, but ours do spend a lot of time at the surface, and that's part of the reason why you see the curved dorsal fins actually. You see it in populations that spend time at the surface because they don't have the pressure of the water always holding it up. And a dorsal fin for a male can actually get about 6 feet tall. And it's like a 6 foot tall man with no bones. So it can just start to curve over with the weight. Yeah, so they get very big. They measured Nakai's last week. He's one of our teenage males and his was already almost 4 feet. So it's getting very big. I am going to call someone to let us in because I cannot open this gate. So just give me 1 sec. We can come down a little farther.
That's an area we opened before. That's a squad watch. We opened before. Hi.
Come on in. We're gonna come on in, guys. We'll just come right down along here. Might go farther, we'll see. We have a pretty big group, so I'll come pull you down a little bit farther. If you guys want to set stuff down, if you want to set stuff down, you can definitely set your stuff down here on the first few rows. It'll be perfectly safe here. You will still be able to see it.
All right, you guys go ahead and have a seat for a second. A little wet.
A little?
Perfect. All right, everyone. Welcome to our killer whale facility. My name's Missy. This is Michelle and Connor. You all are going to have an opportunity to get really close to our animals. We do have just a couple of guidelines while you all are here with us right now. Feel free to take as many pictures as you want. Just remember, this is salt water, so it can definitely damage your cameras if they're not waterproof. Also, when we're down close to the glass, you're going to be with the trainer and one of the whales. Just remember to listen to them. They're going to tell you exactly what to do, so we don't want to ask them for anything that the trainer hasn't said that it's okay to do, okay? And then also, please do not reach over the glass for your safety and for the whale's safety. We don't want anything falling in the pool, and we don't want them to accidentally touch your hands as well, okay? All right, so how many groups do we have? I know we have 18 people. 5 groups, okay. Are you guys all kind of sitting with your groups? 3. There's 6 here. 4 here. Okay, so you 6, you'll be one group. 4. Okay.
And a group of 3.
Uh-huh.
There's 3 of us.
There's 3 of us here.
And then we have like the 3 at the end.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do the group of 6 for sure. We'll do the 4 and a 3. So that, and then we'll do another 3.
The 2 3s.
Yeah.
At the end.
We'll split it out as we go down. Yeah. Okay. So, are we ready? All right. So, what you're going to do is you're going to leave your stuff up here. Sorry, you have a question? You can leave your bag right there. Yeah. You can bring your cameras down though. So you can leave all your bags or strollers, whatever, up here, and we'll try not to get them wet. Yeah. We're going right here. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So why don't we have the? Are you guys ready?
You lay down this way.
Okay. So I'm gonna have right up this way. You're gonna head down here to Connor. I did take someone to.
AM need to be worked together if you want those two.
I'll go on the other side. And then I'll take the group of 4 with the other group of. Let's go 4 down that way. Yep.
Okay, and the group of 1 group of 3 too.
I'll do the
Hi.
3.
All the way down to Michelle.
There's 3 groups of 3.
Yeah, we have
Miss Connor, welcome guys.
So perfect. Yeah, the 2 groups of 3 come on down. You guys can go down to Emily right down there.
He weighs just under 10,000 pounds. So he's
Hi guys.
our largest animal. He's 42 years old.
How's everyone doing?
Pretty well.
Awesome. Well, come on, slide down this way a little bit more so everyone can fit here. Perfect. So what we're going to do is we are going to be hanging out with Amaya, who is our youngest whale.
Sorry. I did all I researched this. I'm obsessed with whales.
No worries. So she's actually already hanging out with us on her own time. She's just eating ham right now. So what we're going to do is we'll actually call all of our whales over at the same time. So we're just going to wait until everyone else gets situated and started. But she is, those of you who don't know very much about her, she's actually our youngest whale. You guys ready to call them over? Okay, I'm getting nothing from the other groups. Anyway, so she's our youngest whale. She's hanging out with us already. She's my personal favorite. She's got a lot of sass, a lot of personality. And she's trying to, like I said, show off and hang out with all of you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry, you go ahead and finish.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm sorry.
So that's okay. So we actually have 5 whales in this pool in total. So we've got obviously Amaya, who I talked a little bit about. Her mom, Kalia, is in here as well. So she is a 13-year-old female. Amaya's dad, Ulysses, is also in here. He's going to be hanging out with Connor next to us. So you can kind of see.
I can grab McConaughey right here. If you do a call, will you point A and O over to us? Yes. Okay.
I'm going to pick up Amaya right here then.
Okay.
I got you, boo. So her daddy, Ulysses, who's our largest of our whales here, he weighs just under 10,000 pounds. And then we also have her 5-year-old uncle, McConaughey, who is hanging out with her mom with one of the other trainers. And finally, Orchid. I know you are so very excited. And Orchid was actually our very first whale born here at SeaWorld San Diego back in 1988. So she will be 30 years old this September. So she's actually born in this pool right here. So what I'm going to have you all do, you all are going to help me give Amaya a big wave hello. So I'm going to put that bucket down there so she doesn't look at it. So everyone take your 2 hands just like this. And everyone give her a big wave.
Very impressive.
We're gonna have a little baby wave back. Got it, little boo. Good job. Okay, so who came together? Group of 3, group of 3. Is that what it is? Perfect. So you might notice that I have fed her some ice as well as some fish. So what we have learned through the years here is that by icing all of our buckets like this, we want to make sure that everything is nice and cold, nothing gets too heated up with the sun. is that the whale seems to really enjoy ice sometimes, especially this little munchkin. She loves ice chunks. So just over time, all the whales, some whales love it, some whales will tolerate it. Some whales, like Yuli, for the most part, really just don't enjoy the little teeny ice cubes. However, we will freeze giant drink cups, and he loves those big ice cubes. So each whale is a little bit different with their personalities. So what we're going to start out doing is we're going to have you guys take some pictures here. So I'm going to slide this bucket over here. So what you guys can do is, since you both are groups of 3, I'll have 2 on one side, a little space for Amaya, and then we can put 1 on the other. It's best if you crouch down because you've got all sorts of blue down here instead of seeing that curve in the glass, and hopefully she'll come all the way down with you. So here's our photographer behind us. If you guys want to swap cameras, take pictures for each other, that also helps as well, so you guys can have them on your phones. Up to you. So we'll start with you 3 over here. Yeah. Perfect.
Do you want somebody to take it on your phone? Can one of you guys take it on our phone?
Or you? Are they?
I don't know, but it should be on.
Perfect. Okay, come on, Munchkin. All the way down. Right in the middle. Perfect.
Okay, guys. 1, 2, 3. And 1 more. 1, 2, 3.
Good job.
And then can I have it? So I hope one is so thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Mom. Since our photographer has gone astray, if you
My mom has
have perfect.
Sneak by you here.
I'm gonna cry. I'm literally gonna cry.
It's okay, you're fine. Okay, there you go.
I love it.
Oh, you're gonna blow some bubbles, little Munchkin. Look at her.
You want to hear another sound?
Yeah. Awesome. Good job. Anyone else want a picture by themselves while we're doing it? Perfect. Come on over. Little right there. Look at her. Look at her. Are you gonna put your head on the Munchkin up just a little bit higher?
Oh, there we go.
There it is.
Ready?
And if you want, you can look up here too.
Sorry, I can't hold my eyes open.
I know, it's so bright. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to go through Amaya. Absolutely. Amaya doesn't have quite the repertoire of behaviors as some of the other whales, but she does know a few cute, adorable little things. We'll go through and you each can do something individually. So you can be the trainer for a second. So we'll start with you right over here. Okay, so what you are going to do, as soon as we get that little whale to look at us, here we go. I'm going to point her to you and you are going to march in place. March in place, just like that. Just watch me, there it is. And she's going to march right down with you. Good job. Okay, who wants to go next? You want to go? Perfect. Come on over. So now what you are going to do is you are going to spin in a circle, okay?
Oh yeah, the hula.
So yeah, you got it. So spin in a circle. You got it, little one. And she's gonna mimic you just like that. Good job. Awesome. You did it. You did it. Okay, who wants to go next? You want to go next? Perfect. Okay, what you are going to do is you're going to take your left hand, you're going to put it all the way up just like that, and you're going to give her a little wave, and she'll give you a little wave back. Good job. Wow! And she thinks it's funny. She did. She was like, sorry. You know, it's not fun and games until you get a little splash by a killer whale, right?
It's fine. It's water. Just kill me.
Yeah, boom. Absolutely. Okay, so what you are going to do is you're going to wiggle your booty just like that.
Oh yeah, I gotta shake it.
I'll give you a little booty wiggle back. Does your booty get too excited?
Oh my gosh.
Good job. Oh, yay.
So cute.
Okay, so your turn. What you are going to do is you're going to take your right hand this time. You bring it all the way up. Hold on 1 second.
We want to step
Okay.
before we do behaviors.
Go ahead, put your right hand up and slap it onto your side. Good job! Okay, and last but not least, come on over here. So you're going to do this one with me. You're going to take your left hand, you're going to put it up on your right shoulder just like that, and swoop it down. Sounds good. And she's going to give you all a big blanket.
I'm taking cover.
I know. I am working on her flings, so we actually all got really lucky that she didn't turn around. Good job. Awesome. Well, I'm going to give her another handful here. I'm ready whenever you guys are.
As they get older, they don't.
I like her though.
Give her a big old ice chunk.
But like in the first couple of months,
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys head right back up that direction, then I'll answer any questions in a second. And we're going to give the whales a little bit of a break. Oh, perfect. Awesome. So Missy's going to actually answer all your questions. You're welcome. I hope you all had fun meeting our cutest
yeah,
little
Yuli
whales.
is. This is Amaya's dad. Damn.
They're so big.
What? Close though. Yeah, right.
Right, guys? I know, aren't they? It's kind of crazy to see the difference between father and daughter, big boy. Excuse me? Come right back up this way. Perfect. Thank you. Oh, right that way. Yeah, right that way. Mesmerized. All right. Can I have you guys just kind of get a little bit closer so everyone can hear everyone's questions? That way I don't have to yell at you. Sound like Thank you. All right. Does anyone have any questions about the whales? I'm sure you got a lot of information from the trainers. Yes. Good question. She asked if they like cold water or hot water. Well, they are found in all oceans of the world, so they can live in any temperature. However, I would say most of the time they're going to prefer colder water. They are very adaptable, though. Any other questions?
About your breeding program, how do we decide when they will breed and with whom? I mean,
Yes.
like Ulysses is a father, but how do you decide to let them breed?
So we actually are not doing a breeding program right now. The females that are possible animals that could breed, they're basically on birth control. Yep.
Oh wow.
And in the past, when they've bred before, if there is an animal that's not related to another animal, we would allow them to breed. That's how Amaya was born. We can also do artificial insemination.
But you let the orcas, well, in the past you let the orcas decide whether or not they wanted to breed, or
Correct.
how did this? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And if we didn't want family members to breed, same thing. You could put them on birth control.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many pounds do they eat a day?
She asked how much food do they eat a day. So they eat anywhere from about 100 to 200 pounds every single day. So it's depending on their size and their age. So obviously an older animal, their metabolism is going to slow down like ours does. And a younger animal, you want them to continue to grow. So we actually weigh every single animal once a week. That way we know if they're maintaining a nice healthy weight as an adult. Or the youngsters, we want to continually see their weights coming up. So we'll continue to add more food as we see that maybe they're plateauing at a weight.
What are the names of all the whales?
All the whales. Okay, so you guys met. We had Amaya on the far end. She's our youngest. She's 3. Then we had her dad right next to her, Ulysses. He's 40 years old. Then right here we had Kalia and Makani, and that is Amaya's mom is Kalia. Makani is Kalia's brother. And then on the far end we had Orchid. So that was, how many whales was that?
Five.
Thank you. And then we have Nikai, Corky, Ike, Keat, and Shuka. Got all those?
She probably does.
How old is Corky?
Corky's our oldest. She's about 53 years old.
Wow.
Her dorsal fin is very tall and very straight. Yes, she's got the tallest and probably the straightest dorsal fin. You guys know why the curvature can happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's no bone or muscle in the dorsal fin. It's made out of something very similar to what's in the tips of your nose, your lips, your ears, collagen, cartilage. So basically with gravity it can curve over. Not always the case, obviously, because of Corky. But once it starts the curvature, it will stay that way. They don't have the ability to move it up and down.
Does it hurt them?
No, it's cosmetic.
Also, why did their tails, some of them turn in?
Same thing. So there's no bone or muscle in the tail flukes either. It's that same type of material. It's a very dense, fibrous, connective tissue. So same thing, gravity can cause that curvature. Males' tail flukes get extremely large.
Yeah.
So gravity can cause them to curve under.
How do you keep them apart, actually?
How do we keep them apart?
Yeah.
Like males and females?
No,
No,
which orcas which?
Oh,
The
like
names.
how can we tell them apart?
Yeah.
Okay, good question. So they all have very different personalities, and when you see them every day, you get to know their personalities. You can even tell sometimes just how they're swimming around. And then also all their markings are different, and their dorsal fins are different. So if I were like to describe each one to you or show you an eye patch of Kalia and her dorsal fin, I bet you'd be able to pick her out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Do they ever fall asleep?
Do they ever fall asleep? They actually do sleep, not quite like us. They kind of rest one side of their brain at a time. There's a really cool graphic, I think, still over by Dolphin Point about how dolphins sleep. They actually sleep in a very similar way.
So we're going to attempt to have a couple group behavior. It might be one solid group behavior in the middle here in a second. So
Okay.
you're going to call them all in the back and try that. So we'll see what we get.
Sounds good. Any other questions? So what Mike's saying is in a second they're going to ask all the whales to come over, and there's going to be hopefully something happening in the center of the pool with all of them. They don't always do what we ask them to do, so I don't want to make any promises. And they can also say, no, I don't want to go do that. But that's what we're going to ask them to go do. Killer whales are also very social animals. There's typically a matriarch that's in charge, which is a female dominant animal. We have quite a few females. We have 5, but I would say amongst those 5, there's 2 that are pretty dominant, along with our 3-year-old that's a female, and her mom's one of the dominant animals. So even she acts dominant over her dad, who's 10,000 pounds. Maybe dad might understand that, I don't know. So it's amazing how their social dynamics can kind of dictate our day, who wants to be with who and who doesn't want to be with who. You can kind of tell based on their body language with each other. If you have seen any scratches on the whales' bodies, those are called rake marks. That's how they show dominance, and that's also how moms discipline their children. Who is in front of Amaya? Yeah, so she's 3. Did you see all her rake marks? Yeah. So her mom has definitely been keeping her in line. And then, believe it or not, Amaya now does the same thing to Makani. And that's just that dominance. Okay, so looks like someone's headed this way. Right there in the center. So I'll do my best to kind of see what's happening. That's Kalia right there. And she's going to do another one here. Watch out for the backsplash. So in this situation, Kalia's acting pretty dominant. You can just tell by the way the other animals are acting. They're pretty kind of like, oh, we're just going to sit here until someone asks me to do something, because she's putting out the vibe. She typically does that. That's just the way the Killer Whale Society works. Okay, so I think they're asking everyone for this behavior. So if it all succeeds, it's going to be in the center of the pool, and hopefully with all of them. Looks like Ulysses is going to take his sweet time and let all the ladies go first. So if you guys understand, you better agree. They're on their way right now. So this is called the Spy Hub. This is how in the wild we get a better view of their surroundings. That's Ulysses. There's all the girls. I think we're missing 1. Did we see 1? No, that was 5. That's it. That's everybody. There you go. You guys hear the whistle? That means good job. It's pretty cool to watch him. Look, he let all of them go first. Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Because they're dominant. Because he's like, I'm gonna let them go first. Yeah. Otherwise, they'll be like right on his bottom, like, hurry up. All right, you guys. Well, thank you all so much for joining us and coming over to see us. We really appreciate you all being here. If you guys have any questions, Haley can answer them for you along the way. And have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I'll walk you guys out this way.
Make sure you grab all of your things. Don't want to leave anything behind. I'm going to squeeze by you real quick. We're just going to wait for everyone to get on out. If you want to just hang out here in the shade, I will lead you guys on out.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Bye.
Oh no. It's because you got soaked.
Yeah.
Okay. So I heard someone talking a little bit about the sounds that they make, and that is an interesting thing. So they make all of those noises using their blowhole. So they don't have vocal cords like we do. Even if their mouth is open while they're making a noise, it's not coming from their mouth, it's coming from their head. And they're actually able to kind of move around the melon, that's like that fatty part on the front, they're able to kind of move it around. And that's changing the air passages in their head so that different sounds come out. So the killer whales can make quite a few. The beluga whales, if you go see them, they actually have the nickname canaries of the sea, and they can make about 50 different sounds. So they can make even more, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
How do you know if they're boy or girl?
That is a very good question. So, if you look at the bottom of the whale, so on its tummy, underneath its belly button, because they do have belly buttons, you're going to look. If it has just one little slit in the center of its tummy, then it is a boy. If it has 3, then it is a girl. So that's pretty much the only way. You can kind of look at their dorsal fins sometimes. The girls have a little more of a curve back, and the boys kind of stick straight up. But that's not always true, because Corky's is like perfectly straight. So let me just close this. Does anyone else have any questions? Did you all get your little picture thing? If you did not, they have them here. Raise your hand if you did not get a little picture card. Perfect, okay. Right here, actually. Everyone else got their picture card?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you would like, let me see if there's even any whales down there. I think there is, yeah, one in the corner. So this is a nice underwater viewing area. You're also close to the dolphins. If you would like to go see that sign about the sleeping, I can also kind of tell you. They sleep by shutting off half of their brain, basically. So they can still be swimming. They can look completely awake when they're asleep. And it's because out in the ocean, you don't really have the time to sleep. You're very vulnerable if you're just staying still in the middle of the ocean. So they can continue to sleep. Some of them, like Corky, she swims very slow circles, but some of them like Keat's really big, kind of lazy. He just sits there at the top and blows bubbles. It's really funny. It's his favorite thing to do. So this is where I'm going to leave you. I do have one last thing for you. These are just a little survey card, so if you have a couple of minutes, just about 5 or 6 questions, you can let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. This is a pretty new tour, so we love to get your feedback. I have one of these for every group, so you can come on over, grab one of those, and have a great rest of your day here at SeaWorld. If you have any last minute questions, please feel free to ask before you head on out.
You're welcome.